Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome, I'm SimUK, and today we're going to take a little look at TrackDayR. It's a new game just come out from Mad Cow, and it came out on the 17th of March 2021. I'm going to try and set it up with the Hs3Pro. Now, the dev sent me this key to test out the game and make a review on it or whatever, and they're as curious as I am to see whether or not it works with this controller. Now, I'm aware that you can't see anything right now. Just bear with me. So you should now be able to see the very first thing that pops up when I start the game. Because I don't have an Xbox 360 controller plugged in, it has already given me this warning telling me that it cannot detect my controller, giving me some tips and advice about how to set it up and make it work, which is kind of cool, actually. Yeah. As with most games, we have to emulate an Xbox 360 controller, which is why you can see the X360 CE controller emulator version 4.13 in the bottom left hand corner, and that's how we're going to basically try and trick the game or convince the game that we have an Xbox 360 controller plugged in, whereas I actually have an HS3. Now I've got a camera hooked up on the controller, as I always do, but it doesn't seem to be on, so we'll sort of deal with that as we go. This is completely unplanned, unscripted. I haven't looked at the game at all. I just felt like this is something worthwhile streaming. So let's see if we can do it. It's quite awkward because my desk is the other side of the controller, so I'm having to sort of squeeze in between the microphone and the handlebars and reach all the buttons and stuff. My headphones are just turned off. Don't ever buy Turtle Beach headphones. They are absolute trash. Okay, back on. Thank goodness. Right, let's see if I can get some progression going on. Okay, so this is all new to me. I'm working this out as I go. This is in early access, by the way, guys. It's quite important that I point that out. That's really loud. Right, do we have a throttle? Oh, we haven't got a throttle yet. Let me see here. Most of what I'm going to do today is going to require that I have the desktop up so that you can kind of see it. And the reason why I wanted to do it this way, despite it being bloody awkward, is because if anyone's interested in using this device or perhaps purchasing one, you kind of need to know how you're going to go about making it work with some games. Oh, hang on. Okay, so we're not getting anything there just now. So if I come look at X360, you can see that I've got the game added here, and I've got the HS3 Street Fighter Pro, which is the Hs3Pro, hooked up here. And just make sure that it is working. Yes. We've got values coming in on the clutch, on the brake, on the throttle. Okay, so that should be working. Let's attempt to restart TrackDayR. Hopefully this will work. I'm looking forward to trying this out. Right, let's fire up again. I mean, worst case scenario, I guess I'm going to have to fire up an Xbox 360 controller and then feed back my findings to the devs and see if there's a way of making it work. But it should be working, really. This same approach works with MotoGP games, Ride 4, all those sort of milestone-esque games, and anything else that you can think of, really. Is that firing up? What's going on here? So I've got config loaded gamepad down there. Let's see. Let's see if I can now navigate the game. Fingers crossed. If you could see the weird contortion-y shapes I'm making right now. Oh, I didn't want that. No, go back. Just time attack. So apparently you can go around this track in under a minute. We shall see. Well, that is surprising. You still have no input. That is surprising. I didn't think that was going to be the case. Okay, try a few other things. Start Xbox controller emulator for a start. Hey Dewey, how you swinging? Hey Stewie, how you doing? Is what I meant to say. I'm good, thank you, my man. Very good. Let's see if we can get this stupid camera to work. It is very sunny, yeah, it's absolutely baking here today on the beaches. Sunny Bournemouth is gorgeous as per usual. Never rains in Bournemouth. Not at all. Yeah, we're not looking very, very good here. Let me just try hooking up a controller and see if I can force it on, if that makes sense. Oh, God, okay. Better class of lady. Better class of lady or better class of laddie? Oh, well, I tell you what is interesting. Even my Xbox 360 controller isn't working. So, girly, okay. Let's try starting TrackDayR again with the controller on and see if that sort of ticks it over. Maybe they are experiencing some sort of connection problem. We'll figure it out. It's all busted. Well, technically, it's not intended to work. There we go. We didn't get the error this time. So let's just say agree to that. Let's go TrackDayR. Let's pick any old track. So we should now have something working on the control. We're in a different position for a start. I'm not sure if I picked a different track by accident. Go to track. Damn it. So the Xbox 360 controller is working. Oh, nice. 1 down, 6 up, or 5 up, I should say. Okay, so we've got some... Oh, that's responsive. You've seen Landlord Super right up your street. Yeah. Okay, so we're making progress, believe it or not. Reverse, yeah. Actually, how do you reverse? That's a good question. Perhaps there isn't a reverse. Oh, there's a camera. You press down the R3 button. I love the rider's commitment to the throttle. Look at this. He's probably giving it some. Get a copy, give it a whirl, yes. What a copy of Landlord Super. Oh, look at that for an endo. Very nice. Right, so if I get this working, I'm going to have to be real gentle with it. And it should be working, really. Let's try firing up X360 again. It may require me to... Yeah, I played Landlord Super, it's brilliant. I played it a long time ago when it didn't have a lot of content, but yeah, it's very good. X360. Aha! Ah. Balls! Options. Controls. Let's try this. Oh! It's found the Hs3Pro. Now that's pretty interesting. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. Now that is interesting. Hang on a second. We're going to have to change some stuff here, I feel. How do I swap input? Oh, it's reading it directly. Do I even need X360 running? Hang on. Oh, balls, I just shut the game down. Ignore that. That was a slight technical problem. Right, let's try this again. See, normally I go through all this heartache and stress off camera and just, you know, relieve you of the stress of the experience. Now this time you can enjoy it with me. Okay, let's try this. Inputs, controls, next, back. I don't want this, go away. Close. Right, so the Hs3Pro has been picked up and is immediately on. Now what's a little bit irritating... Oh no, hang on, let's pick that up. There you go. Is that good? It's not reading the lean. Okay, this is a little bit confusing. We'll figure this out. Right, reset to default. So by default, nothing is working. So let's try and add some stuff. It's not reading that now. Okay, that's a little weird how that's going in. So what appears to be happening... I'm super impressed that it's picking up the controller at all, because most milestone games don't even do that. But inputting the control button or axes that I want to use appears to be a little bit more problematic. So I've got a sneaky suspicion that if I use X360 CE, it's not going to be passed over as an Xbox 360 controller because it's already seeing the controller as a controller. So I think it's going to get itself confused. Come on, Barry Sheen there, waiting for you. Good old Bazza. This could be interesting. X360. So that is the X360 CE controller connecting. So if we go back into options and controls, what do we have now? So it's picked up the Hs3 Street Fighter Pro there, but also an Xbox controller, and my Xbox controller is turned off. So the Xbox controller it can see is from X360 CE, which is this controller, which is the Hs3Pro. How do I swap them over? Oh God, keep punching the mic. How do I change? Oh look, you can have a digital rear brake or an analog rear brake. That's bloody awesome. Absolutely bloody awesome. Oh, hang on. We got some right, we got some left, we got some throttle. Unfortunately, the front brake is... it's a little bit all over the place, it looks like. But we are getting some input stuff now. See, look, that's reading Xbox Controller 3. Do you see how the name above it is now Xbox Controller 3? Oh, that's doing some really strange things. So it's seeing all of the buttons, but interpreting them incorrectly. Yeah, this is going to be... yeah, no worries, Stewie. I'll be here. Right, let's see if I can get on the track and just see what is and what isn't working. So if I go to track... That's on the throttle. The brake is working. Sadly, going up a gear brings up the camera. Alright, let's just see if I can do... So I can do... What the bloody hell is that? I don't know what that's all about. So I've got myself into second gear. Let's just see... Oh, so the rear brake is going up a gear. So down a gear works. So I've got up a gear on the rear brake. Oh, I've got to try and trick my brain into not doing that. Okay, so you can see what's happening there. When I put the throttle on, both the rear brake and the front brake are coming on at the same time. So it's like we're fighting against ourselves. So we're getting there. So the front brake is working, the clutch isn't working. I've got to turn that camera thing off. Shame you can't change your keybinds whilst you're on the track. That would be a nice bonus. Right. So the problem I've got then is that it's, believe it or not, the problem that we've got is that it is actually detecting the Hs3Pro. Now, if I could set it up just using the Hs3Pro without any of the Xbox controller stuff, then I think we'd be laughing, but I'm not sure. Let's just see. If we can change some of this stuff round. You see how that's coming up on the throttle, and it really shouldn't be. The front brake's coming up on the throttle. That really shouldn't be. Everything's coming up as right stick left. Oh, hang on. Ah, I've got my eye on X360 emulator over here, and that looks like that's gone a bit screwy. Right, let's clear that. Let's start again. That could be the cause of all the problems, which is odd, because normally that's fine. I think we might be in here, guys. Oh, you can't see this. Hang on, let me put the desktop on, sorry. So A button is going to be my rear brake. But that's obviously going to be passed in as a digital. Later down the line, I might try and fix that. But for now, I'm not going to bother too much. So that's going to be digital as well. All right. So with a bit of tweaking and changing on the Xbox 360 controller, let's try binding this again. That now seems to be working. Okay. Think. Ah, balls. That didn't pick that up at all, did it? Front brake. See, the thing is, it's seeing the HS3 controller again. If you look up here, HS3 Street Fighter Pro, and it's not reading the inputs from that properly. What I need to do is to get it to think, or get it to listen to the Xbox controller. Which it isn't doing. Maybe if I get it centralized, that'll work better. This is going to be a little complicated. I think potentially they could, with a little bit of tweaking, get this to work 100% with the HS3 Street Fighter Pro without needing to do the Xbox thing on the side. That would be fantastic. But today, it would be just nice if I could just get it going and try it out. So I'm going to restart both those things, both the game and X360. Again, it's picked up the HS3 Street Fighter Pro first, but we've got the stuff we need. Look, we've got throttle, we've got front brake, we've got lean left, we've got lean right, and that's looking really good. Do we have? So we got gear down, and we got rear brake on the wrong place. So I'm going to try. Yeah, see, look, it's immediately picked up the Street Fighter Pro instead of the Xbox 360 controller. We're so close to getting this working. If I hadn't have done that, then I could come into Xbox 360 CE and I could swap these about and trick it into working. So instead of that being that, now this is going to break all my other games, but that's okay because at least we'll get this one working. And then I may have done that the wrong way around. Throttle, left, right, gear up, gear down. Annoyingly, rear brake is doubling up. So Xbox Controller 3 has been picked up twice. If there was a way of clearing an input, I could have this working. Hang on a minute. If I go gear up and gear down. So gear down works perfectly. Gear up is going to put the brake on, the rear brake. If I could just live with that just for a little bit. Then we might be able to get a couple of dodgy laps in. I've lost the chat, hang on. There it is. Hey Bazzy, you done it yet? Not quite, mate, not quite, but we're getting closer. Closer with every pass, I think. Go to track. Okay, that feels so responsive. I'm not used to it. All over the place at the moment. That's okay. How do I change my view? Oh, a bit of a stutter there. Need to get out of this view somehow. So a lot of my inputs are now working, which is nice. No worries, Stewie, man. I appreciate you being here at all, mate. Thank you so much. Right, call the mouse in. There's one there that says camera, change camera. There's not, is there really? But I've seen that they race in first person. I'm absolutely sure I have. I didn't imagine that, I'm sure. Alright, let me put a controller on. Am I a mod or a rocker? I'm definitely a rocker. So now, if I turn the Xbox 360 controller on now, it doesn't do anything at all. So it looks like it's not hot swappable in that sense. Damn it, I wish I knew how to change view. So by pressing 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, it's moving the camera about. What about if you do a 5? Let's see. Stewie, always with the technical questions, bud. Gives you a little cushion to sit on, that's all it does, mate. God damn. Okay. Okay, there's some interesting interactions available. Some of which I really wasn't expecting. I'm just pressing buttons at random here, because I don't know what's bound to what. Aha! There you go. A random bit of luck. What are we thinking? Something like that? So I've got to take it real easy to start with, because there's like a centralization problem. Cannot get it to... So when I center my bars, it doesn't exactly center the bike. So I might need to put some anti-dead zone in on X360. Try try and resolve that. Because at the moment it's a bit like trying to catch a hot... It's a bit like trying to catch a hot bit of butter on a plate whilst you're standing on a balancing board. It's a little bit like that at the moment. So let me just see if I can improve that. See, normally I do all this crap off camera and you never get to see how much fun it is. So we'll come in here to Xbox 360 controller emulator, and then we go here to left stick and we put an anti-dead zone in. I'm going to put 9%. And then come back to general and we'll leave that up there. We'll see if that's any better. The problem, of course, is that every game's implementation is different. It looks like we've got the rear brake on again. It's taking multiple inputs at the same time. That does feel better, but still not exactly stable. I'm not going to be able to race with it like this because I can't hold a central line at the moment, but we are moving, which is a step in the right direction. I guess what I'd need to do is get in contact with the devs somehow and hook them up with a controller so that they can work out the inputs. Do you know what? It's starting to come. It's starting to feel... I like it when we're in the corner. When we're in the corner, I feel like I have control. It's on the straights where I'm unable to get the angle I want. Plus, you know, I've never been on this track before. I don't know where it goes, which doesn't help. Coming back up again, do you know what? Already, you might not be able to see it on the screen, but already it's starting to feel like I'm on a bike. It is there. I can feel it. But it's very different to the likes of MotoGP. You can see how I can't hold a straight line on the straight very well. But on the corners, there are so many angles. That's quite nice. Took that a bit fast. We're going to have to try and sort of learn the track a bit. Like that corner there that I completely didn't know was coming. So you can get down really low. It's nice. It's definitely coming back up where... I don't know how to explain it. It feels a bit slow. So if I go left, straight, left. Now, oh, endo. I was going to say, let me just get this camera working and then you can see what my inputs are in comparison to what the bike is doing, and then maybe that'll make more sense. Wow, very good. Did you like that endo, Stewie? I can do it almost on command. Let's see, what camera... Let me just get onto the right... to the right thingy. New 4K webcam. Oh, I'm going to have to go fix that. Right. With that slightly embarrassing cock up out the way, let's try again. How do I get back on the bike? Oh dear, how do I get back on the bike? If I can get a lap in under 1 minute 30, I'll be happy. Wow, how do you get back on the bike? All sorts of crap going on right now. Right, we'll go on that. So without really sort of, I mean, this is not me reviewing the game or anything, but it is in early access. They did say to me, please, you know, don't forget that it's early access. It's not the finished product or anything. I definitely feel like it's close to working with this controller. Oh my God, I'm in the wrong view. Very close to working with this controller. Oh, I've got my rear brake problem on again. That's probably significantly contributing to the inability to keep it straight, I would have thought. Arse. I think that is my rear brake coming on, isn't it? Yellow is front brake. Difficult to tell. Yeah, I mean that's definitely not. See, what's weird is now the throttle is not activating the throttle. Now the throttle is activating my tuck. So it seems like it's changing on the fly almost. Oh, this will be my fastest lap yet. It's so snappy. Oh God, that's not the track. Whoops. I don't think there is a reverse. It's going to take some getting used to. Again, the throttle is not being the throttle. The throttle is now tuck. And then all of a sudden, we have the throttle back. So none of this is really helping me, but I really can feel how much of a simulator there is behind this game. Even though we're all over the place and nothing is quite right at the moment, what I can feel is the bike underneath me. It's like it's communicating with me already, even with all these problems and issues. And it is nice and nippy into the corners. The corners feel really, really nice and tight and responsive and accurate. But trying to get the bike to sit back up again is proving to be a little tricky, to say the least. Not knowing the track doesn't help that much either. Oh, that was a bit too heavy. That was too heavy. Okay. This track's quite tight. What I might do, actually, is go try a different track. I don't know how many tracks there are. If we go for a slightly bigger, longer track, it might give me a bit more chance to get used to the bike. That first track is so tight, so many corners. Sort of right on top of each other. There's no real opportunity to get up any significant speed, I don't think. That's one of the things that really impressed me about this on the tutorials and the trailers rather that I've seen, is it looks like it's going at one hell of a rate of knots. Right, here we go. See, I just cannot get centre. I can get slightly off to the left, slightly off to the right, but I cannot get it to go dead straight. Oh. That is called not treating the bike with the respect it deserves. Let's try again. I think we're going to be able to get quite a bit more movement out of this one. Slightly wider track for a start. And it seems to be so, like, for example, MotoGP 2021 is quite forgiving. This does not seem to have that same level of forgiveness. So I have to learn a new level of respect for the bike, for the handling. But I mean, already, bearing in mind that we're not actually properly set up yet, you can already see that this is starting to look and behave very realistically. I even got the bike going straight, look at that. That was not good, I know. Too slow to come up. So I think that ghost is probably like the lap record ghost, which is good because I can follow him, I guess. And is that the extended lap penalty area there? That would be cool if that's in place. Too tight. No rear brake to make up for my mistake. Whoops. Whoopsies. Buffering like Billy-O. Oh, seriously? That's very odd, because drop frames are 0. CPU is hardly being touched. FPS is 60%. Kilobits per second is well over 7,000. Why on earth would it be buffering? Bloody hell. Can't even stream these days without everything kicking you in the butt. Hang on. According to this, I'm not even live. Are you watching on Twitch? You're on Twitch. It's supposed to be live on YouTube. I don't see it there. Well, it says it's online. Why can't I find it? Let's try Twitch. Well, I can't figure that out. It looks like it's gone offline. I don't know if it is online or offline or what. I can't see a freaking thing. It's all crap. Ah, arse. I guess I need some way of watching the stream without being logged in as me or something. Okay, well, if it's buffering and you can't see a damn thing, then I might as well wrap it up on this one. I can't actually see the video to see if it is buffering or not. We did get some movement going on. We did get the controller working with the game, not 100%, but enough to get around the track and start sort of really feeling what the bike is like. The only thing I'm having trouble with is keeping the bike center. I did manage it once, maybe a bit of tweaking or whatever can change that. And I found that some of the buttons were jumping over from one place to another, which also doesn't help very much. But yeah, another frustrating attempted stream, which has not gone particularly well. Virgin Media, thank you so much for your dodgy routers. That's all I can think that might be causing that problem. Because according to OBS, we are 100% fine, well over the KBS, CPU's low, and the drop frames are absolutely zero, not a single drop frame. So don't really know what's causing the stuttering, to be honest. Hey, hey Stewie. Yes, I think TrackDayR is definitely something with a lot. Yeah, we came second, mate. We came second. TrackDayR is definitely something with a lot of simulation-esque feel to it. The fact that it's picking up the controller is really quite exciting, but being unable to select inputs is where the issue is. So yeah, I'm gonna keep trying, I guess, offline and come back on this later. But yeah, some progress was made, even though you probably won't see it on the video because it's so stuttery. But do I have a straw up my leg for a wee? I have a pipe, yeah. I have a pipe for that. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap up. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to do a little more racing today over a MotoGP. So if you want to hook up on that, then please do. Whether or not the stream quality will be any good, I can't tell you. From my end, everything is 100% spot on, so I'm buggered if I know why it's so crappy. Your end. But yeah, this is one I'm going to have to come back to. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.